As promised, I'm back. Happy Tuesday, and thank you for joining me, Ma'at on the mat. My name is Leslie. I want to talk to you about TMI, too much information. I remember when my children were very young and I had a TV in their bedroom. I was cleaning the house, excuse me, and the TV would be on. I remember the news was on, and the president at the time, George W. Bush, was talking about this super highway, this super information highway. And it was weird to me because I worked in corporate America. I was working with computers, but never in a fashion that they had imagined. And when he talked about this superhighway, me in my ignorance, actually, and not really knowing about technology, I would be like, what highway is this man talking about? What highway is being built that is so great that he has to come on TV and talk about it? And now we're into 2022. This WWW, World Wide Web. Isn't it funny how we used to have to say www dot blah 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 dot com or dot whatever, and now we don't have to put the www. You just type it in and poof, it's there. That's how, what's the word? Intuitive this programming is. TMI. This programming, I'm frustrated that I will pull up stuff from my cell phone and it's giving me suggestions to view about things that I have talked about. And I remember first getting online and really using my computer more and was like naively surprised. Oh, well, isn't that a coincidence? I talked about, changing out my kitchen with my girlfriend on the phone, and now what do I see? There's some suggestions about me changing out my kitchen, and I just think like, oh wow, isn't this? But then I began to realize this little thing here is listening. Now, I don't want to sound crazy, but maybe in my searching, it picked up, I'm sure now, and then it shared other things. Oh, you search for that? Maybe you like that. Even down to the very simple things as dancing. There's a young boy and a girl, they dance to this song. I don't know what it's called. It's African. Day 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 day. And it's so cute, and they're doing the moves and they're jumping around. And I tried to get it once, 'cause I think I'm still young, and I was like, "Girl, have a seat." But anyway, what keeps coming up? Other people doing the same dance, and I'm like, it was good the first time, but the third, fourth, and fifth time, yeah, not so good. TMI. TMI, information that is shared that shouldn't be shared, or information that's overshared, or information that, that one email, or that TikTok post that everybody is sending out. I have 4 WhatsApp groups and everyone is posting, and I'm like, oh my gosh, TMI. I'm taking in information that I don't need. And I decided that I had to be careful, put my blinders on, limit the stuff that I don't need, and only focus on the T, transformation through information. If the information that I'm receiving assists with my road to transformation, assists me with getting to where I'm trying to go, that's the information that I need. If it doesn't, if it holds me down, if it makes me heavy, if it makes me respond in a way that causes anxiety or stress, or even has to allow me to start disagreeing with people, then chances are it's too much information. And I say it in love. Because there are times when somebody will post something and I'll grab my phone and I start typing, and I don't type like a squirrel. I call it like a squirrel. They're, these experienced and young people, they type with their thumbs. They hold their phone and they, and I'm old school because I grew up typing like this. A, semi, semi, we and so now you're on this tiny computer called a cell phone, and you're on this tiny keyboard and you're having to type. And so this is me with my pinky or my D because my phone is old and janky, and it's time for a new one. And so sometimes it stops responding, and I have to put it on portrait. I call it portrait or landscape, and then do it again. Oh, it's a mess. Turn it off and turn it back on. And I'm thinking, girl, delete the comment. If it's going to require that much effort to comment on a post, there's no need to comment. I know for me, I used to post other YouTube posts on my channel, on my Facebook page, from my family and friends. And then I would stop to listen to the whole video. I would realize, oh my goodness, I should probably delete that because I'm not in full agreement with what this person has said in their video. They could start out and I'm like, yeah, I agree with that, I agree with that, and I agree with that. And then it said, and in conclusion, we should just, throw it all out and start all over. And I'm like, but I don't agree with that part. And so I thought, unless it's two kids dancing real cute to Afrobeat, I'm probably not going to post it unless it's pictures of teachers and other folks, that ain't got no rhythm, trying to dance like they got rhythm. I'm not going to post it. But if it's an opinion that I have not taken the time to really listen to dissect, then chances are I'm not going to post it. And so I thought, hear that? Electricity's back on again. So I thought, instead of letting other people talk for me, it was best to talk for myself. And that's also a part of my transformation journey because, for a long time, number one, I'm going to share something with you. I'm opening up. Never liked the sound of my voice. Never liked it, still don't. I collaborated or had the wonderful opportunity of talking with Jody and AP on their channel. And I didn't even play it. I'm like, ugh. but I had something to share. And I think some people got something out of it because they came over to my channel. And I'll continue to share through the process of my transformation. Because I can only tell you what I've learned based on what I've experienced. I didn't read it in a book. And I'm going through the process, and then I can say, this is what I've learned, or this is how I feel we should be able to move going forward. I also was a stutterer when I was younger. I mean, really young, up until I want to say my mid-teenage years, I stuttered. And every once in a while, I still stutter. I'll get a word that doesn't come out, won't come out, and it's usually in situations where I feel a level of anxiety or stress. And it's also usually in times when I stop to hear myself speak, and then this voice in my head goes, you don't even like the way you sound, so why are you talking anyway? And then there's a blockage. And I learned for me, I just had to keep on talking. I had to keep on talking. And I'll tell you something. I'm hoping that the people that continue to come to my page are people that are of like minds and that are supportive. Because if you don't agree with what I'm saying, then, because I see that there's this thing that takes place. They don't agree, and then they subscribe to your channel so they can start telling you why they don't agree with you. And that just seems so weird. I mean, in a negative fashion. Now, if I say to you that the cost of building a home in the Gambia is more than 20,000 US dollars, and you disagree with me, I don't mind you saying, that you disagree with me. I don't mind you telling me that you've done your research and that you have determined that you can probably build a home for 5,000 US dollars or for 10,000 US dollars. I would be like, great, can you share with us your actual build? Because what we're seeing, or what I'm seeing, that's being advertised, these tiny homes, these bag homes, the earth bag homes, the container homes that look like real homes. That's my neighbor. Do you hear my neighbor? Anyway, that requires money. A decent kitchen and bathroom is going to cost you about 7,000 US dollars. I'm talking decent. Sorry. Your windows and doors, your roofing, securing your space will cost you money. Building a strong structure that's going to last you for years will cost you money. Making sure nobody breaks into your house, that's going to cost you some money. Living out in the elements, you can get that for 5,000 US dollars. But to be happy, to be safe, to have a environment that's conducive to my enjoyment, $20,000 was not going to work, and trust me, I tried. Now I'll share with you other things as I move as I continue with my builds, I'll share with you my space and what it looks like. And I'm thinking, I would say, can I share with you how I could have made it cheaper or cost less? Shoot. Short of digging a ditch yourself, short of laying them bricks yourself, short of, oh my goodness, living there on the land while you build, short of digging a latrine in your bathroom instead of putting a bowl on top, short of, I'm getting very extreme here, you see what I'm saying? Short of going to the ocean with your bar of soap and washing up, short of that, yeah, it's gonna cost you. But I'll tell you what I do learn, and then I'm getting off this here thing. Do your build as quickly as you can. Now, you're not gonna push people so that they do it wrong, but you want to get it done in a timeline because everything is rising. The cost of gas is rising, excuses, shoot. I get into a taxi and ask them, how much is it from here to there? And I know the cost because I do it all the time, or I did before I got my car. How much to here to there? And they would say $200. I'm like, no, I'm paying you $100. Oh, sister, the cost of gas. I don't care about the cost of gas. From here to there is what I pay, and I'm not paying more. And then you know what they do? Get in. I went to look at materials, and I was given a quote and listed all the items. And when we went to go pick up those items, the owner wanted to charge 40,000 Dalasi more. And if I had not had the wherewithal to be with someone that yells like a madman when necessary and said, forget it, I'm going to go someplace else and take my money someplace else before I drop my 40,000 Dalasis extra to you, I would have had to pay it. Now the funny thing is, he went to 2 other people and they charged him even more. And he ended up having to go back to the first person. But that person that he went back to said, okay, this is the amount that I told you it cost. This is the amount that I'll take from you. The initial amount, that's what I'll take from you. So you have to have someone rally for you. You have to stay strong in your understanding of what something costs. And sometimes you have to walk away. You have to walk away. But do it quickly, because next year, if I decide to build, I know that it's going to be so much more. So I'm getting it done. I'm getting it done. I'm excited. I'm tired, but I'm gathering beautiful paintings like this and other things along the way. And I can't wait to share it with you. Let me do one other thing. Do I want to do that? Let me show you something. I'm going to flip this over. I don't want to stop my screen. Flip this over. I flipped it over. Can I flip it while I'm recording? I'm going to flip that over. Ah, shucks. It won't let me flip. So let me turn around. This is my favorite new piece. This armchair was reupholstered at a beautiful store. Now look at me. I'm in a tropical place and I have to have a blankie because I like a blankie. At night it's getting a little bit chilly, But I'm going to draw all those things together in a room and share it with you. And I was thinking, you need a studio. You don't have a studio now. You have a kitchen table. You have the outdoors. You have the restaurant. You have the beach. You'll have a view from the roof when the time comes. So all of those things I will continue, or I will begin to share with you going forward in small tidbits until the big reveal. In the meantime, I just wanted to say thank you once again for allowing me into your space. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday and a grand week. I'll be